The faster she fell for you, the faster she'll destroy you. When someone showers you with attention, compliments, and affection in the first few weeks, texts you every hour, calls you her soulmate after 3 dates, makes you feel like you're the most incredible man she's ever met, you're not special to her. You're a target. And the hook is already in your mouth. This isn't about cynicism. This is about understanding a psychological weapon that's being used on you right now, and you don't even know it. It's called love bombing, and it's how manipulators bypass your rational mind and get direct access to your emotions, your wallet, and your life decisions. This is Shadow Mind Insights, where we expose the hidden psychological dynamics that are being used against men in relationships, at work, and in social settings. This isn't motivation. This isn't mindset. This is practical knowledge about how the game is really being played, so you can navigate it without getting destroyed. In this video, you're going to learn how to identify love bombing in the first 72 hours, before you're already hooked. The exact psychological mechanism that makes it so effective, even on smart, successful men. The 3-phase pattern manipulators follow, and what happens when the bombing stops. By the end of this video, you'll have a framework you can use immediately to protect yourself from one of the most damaging manipulation tactics in modern relationships. If this resonates with you, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and share this with other men who need to see it. And if you don't want to miss any future content that could save you years of pain, turn on notifications right now. Let's get into it. Here's what you need to understand first. Your brain is wired to respond to intense positive attention. When someone gives you excessive validation, affection, and admiration early on, your brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, the same chemicals involved in addiction and bonding. This isn't your fault. This is biology. Most men go through life getting very little positive reinforcement. You work hard, you struggle, you face rejection, you deal with stress. Then suddenly, this person shows up and makes you feel seen, valued, desired, things you've been starving for. This is why love bombing works so well on good men. You're not weak, you're not stupid, you're human, and someone is exploiting a natural vulnerability. Here's the reality check. Genuine attraction builds gradually. Real connection takes time. Trust is earned through consistency, not intensity. When someone accelerates intimacy artificially, calling you their soulmate after a week, talking about your future together before they know your last name, mirroring everything you say like they're your perfect match, they're not falling in love with you. They're installing themselves into your life before your rational mind can assess the situation. The goal isn't romance. The goal is control. Love bombing follows a predictable 3-phase pattern. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Phase 1, the idealization blitz. This is where it starts. Excessive texting, constant compliments, fast-forwarding intimacy. She's calling you every night, making grand romantic gestures, saying things like, "I've never felt this way before," or "You're not like other guys." Red flag, she barely knows you, but she's already talking about meeting your family, moving in together, or how you're the one. Real relationships don't work this way. She's creating a fantasy bond, not a real one. Phase 2, the testing phase. Once you're hooked, she starts testing boundaries, small demands, requests for favors, money, or access to your resources. She'll frame it emotionally. "If you really loved me, you would." Or "I thought we were closer than this." Red flag. Any pushback from you is met with emotional manipulation, tears, accusations, threats to leave. She'll make you feel like you're the problem for having boundaries. Phase 3, the devaluation. The love bombing stops. Suddenly, you can't do anything right. The same things she praised you for are now problems. She becomes cold, critical, distant. You're confused because you're still the same person, but she's not giving you the validation you got addicted to. This is the trap. Now you'll do anything to get that initial feeling back. You'll tolerate disrespect, give more resources, ignore red flags, all because you're chasing the high she gave you in phase 1. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You're vulnerable to love bombing if you're starving for validation. This hits hardest if you've been single for a long time. You've recently experienced rejection, or a breakup. You're successful professionally, but lonely personally. You have low self-worth in romantic contexts. Love bombers are experts at spotting emotional hunger. They know exactly what you're missing, and they give it to you in overwhelming doses, not because they care, but because it's the fastest way to control you. The reason it's so effective is intermittent reinforcement. Once they've given you that intense high, they take it away. Your brain, now addicted to the dopamine hit, will do anything to get it back. This is the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. You're not being loved, you're being conditioned. Now here's what you do. This is your framework for identifying and stopping love bombing before it destroys you. Rule 1. Enforce a 90-day observation period. No major commitments, no financial entanglement, no moving in together, no "I love you" before 90 days. Real compatibility reveals itself over time, not intensity. If she can't respect this boundary, that's your answer. Rule 2. Watch for consistency, not intensity. A manipulator will be intense. A genuine person will be consistent. Does she show up when it's inconvenient? Does she respect your time? Does her behavior match her words over weeks and months? Ask yourself, if she treated me this way 6 months from now, would I still be happy? If the answer is no, you're dealing with performance, not reality. Rule 3. Trust your gut when something feels too good to be true. If it feels like she's moving too fast, she is. If it feels like she's love bombing you, she is. Your intuition is picking up on inconsistencies your rational mind is ignoring because it feels good. Stop overriding your instincts to avoid seeming paranoid or ungrateful. Manipulators count on you doing this. Rule 4. Introduce her to your real life early. Bring her around your friends, your family, your normal routine. Love bombers hate this because they can't control the narrative. They want you isolated in the fantasy they've created. Real partners integrate into your life naturally. Rule 5. Exit immediately when you see the pattern. If you recognize the 3-phase cycle, leave, not in a month, not after one more chance. Now, the longer you stay, the harder it gets because you're literally addicted to the validation cycle. You don't owe an explanation. You don't need closure. You need distance. Love bombing isn't love. It's a weapon, and now you know how it works. The next time someone makes you feel like the most amazing man on earth within the first week, don't get flattered, get cautious. Real connection doesn't need to rush. Real love doesn't need to manipulate. This is the knowledge they don't teach you, but now you have it. If this opened your eyes, share it with another man who needs to see it. Subscribe for more content that protects you from the psychological games being played in relationships, business, and life. This is Shadowmind Insights. Stay sharp.